All right. Hey, Dr. Ray, Season 16, Episode 6, Predicting Divorce. That wasn't really a big one. That's a better one.
That's a good one.
Ah, ouch. All right, here we go. In 4, 3, 2. Hey, Dr. Ray, how much of your practice is involved in family dynamics, marital relationships, divorce, separations?
A lot of marriage counseling. And one of the questions I ask my clients right away, quick, do you want to be here? And that sounds like a funny question because they're there. It's not, because many of them come in already with their mind on divorce. And they're just coming in to go through the motions.
Yeah, that's like the live studio audiences at your TV show. We ask them as well, do you want to be here?
They said you got me pizza between
They came
the
for the
shows.
pizza.
Yeah.
But the question of family staying intact in our day and age is really a serious one. What is it, 50% divorce rate now?
It's about 40 because it doesn't take into account second marriages, second relations.
Boy, if there was some way to predict that, to stave it off.
To summarize what this research is saying, it comes down to treatment. And one of the things he said is the worst thing is...
We didn't get to that yet. We didn't look at the video yet.
Oh, we didn't?
No, we didn't look at the video yet.
Oh.
Right, so we'll
Take it from the top?
you want to take it from the top?
Because I need you to sit back a little more, Dick. Your nose was...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That would help you immensely.
And
Okay.
then maybe we can just make it shorter from
Yeah,
the top.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if there was some way to
Hey, Dr. Ray,
predict...
do you do marriage counseling?
If
Yeah, I do.
Some way to predict, if people are going to run into trouble, are there warning signs? And you could say, well,
Okay.
These psychologists did a big, long study. Let's take a look.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Take 2, Episode 6. In 3, 2. Hey, Dr. Ray.
Sir?
How much of your practice, and I would say the questions and comments that we get from your viewers, how much of that is involved in family dynamics, marriages, relationships, divorce, separation?
I do a fair amount of marriage, and full confession, it's tough. It can be tough.
Yeah.
I ask my clients, do you want to be here? Now that sounds like a foolish question because they walked in. But you'd be surprised how many have already made up their minds.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the question we ask people that come into your TV show in the live audience, do you really want to be here?
Well, with the pizza in between the shows.
Well, we have that. But on the subject of divorce, the divorce rate's about 40%. What if there was some way to tell that there are trouble signs?
Researchers have looked at that.
Want to take a look?
Yeah. See what we got.
Studied over 3,000 couples over the last 32 years. We were very surprised to find out that we could predict.
Okay. Here we go on the back side. In 3, 2, well, he said he's got 80-90% accuracy of predicting problems based on these.
He's summarizing basically treatment. What am I going to treat you like? He said contempt was the number one. And the reason contempt is worse than criticism is contempt is I demean you as a person. I'm not going to just criticize the fact that you did X. No. You're worthless. When you see that kind of attitude, and then it's coupled with, I really don't want to hear at all what you have to say about me and the way I do things, defensiveness. Yeah. So what he's saying is, not only is it I'm superior to you, I'm better than you, but I don't even want to look at me. Those are danger signals.
How do you get to that point in a marriage, Dr. Ray?
Sometimes in frustration, I'll ask my clients, didn't you used to like each other once?
Right.
And what happens is the ill will builds. It kind of just sort of layers. And good marriage counseling starts peeling some of those layers off because the people will say, I still love her, but I don't know if I can endure this anymore. interestingly enough, that's hard for me to wrap my head around, so I'll ask them, what is it that you find so hard to endure? Spouse will say it, the other spouse will say, I don't do that. And that's where you run into the stonewalling that he talks about. I really don't want to hear this because your perception is wrong. Your perception is ridiculous.
Is there a time when a couple can perceive that there is trouble and then find a competent Catholic marriage counselor or psychologist?
Certainly. A lot of times I'll tell my clients, do you know why your spouse thinks as they do? Some of them will say, not really. Have you asked? So in other words, I want to get inside my spouse's head. I know what you're accusing me of. I know what you're saying you have difficulty. Okay, I want to know why. Give me the specifics. And I tell them, just listen. Hear what your spouse says and drop the defensiveness, even though you think this is so ridiculous. One final point. Sometimes somebody will come in because their spouse won't come in. They come in by themselves. And they'll describe the state of their marriage. After 2 or 3 sessions, the other spouse says, well, I want to come in. That spouse will then describe the state of their marriage. To say that these people live in separate homes would be an understatement. They live on separate planets. They both see things so wildly differently. And one way to heal is to say, okay, I want to know how you see it. Gets rid of the contempt, gets rid of the stonewalling, gets rid of the defensiveness, gets rid of those predictors.
Good? Look good?
Yep.